If you want to beat cancer, you find it early. One of the biggest voids in medicine has been an early stage cancer screening test. Imagine if we could find cancer at the earliest stage. Imagine bigger. What if we could detect precancerous tissue? We've done this in over 20 published clinical trials with over 10,000 patients in 7 countries. Our accuracy is outstanding, 80 to 95% typically. Here's one colon cancer trial. Results were fantastic. But wait, there's more. What they did was they tested them before to acknowledge the sensitivity and specificity, but even after they removed the tumors, they tested them, some of them again. 53 patients were tested again. 40% no longer had the marker, but 60% did. It validates our field effect theory. Within 1 year, 5 of these people that tested positive had a recurrence. The difference literally between living and dying is if you find a cancer early, and that's exactly what our screening test does. So we can monitor for recurrence. Most importantly, we're detecting precancerous tissue. Why is early detection so critical? You can see from the illustration, you get at stage 1 colon cancer, 95% chance of survival. But if you get it at stage 4, there's only 5% chance, 5-year survival. Here's a lung cancer trial. Again, very outstanding sensitivity, specificity. But what's really interesting about this trial, 15 of the 21 false positives, they checked them after because they were positive. 15 of the 21 actually had early stage cancer. So false wasn't really false. We were detecting cancer at the very earliest stage. Why is lung cancer the biggest killer? 140,000 Americans a year. The second biggest is colon cancer, so it's almost 3 times as many deaths from lung cancer. Why? Because early stage lung cancer patients have no symptoms. No symptoms. So it progresses, it's growing, doctors have no idea. 20% over 20,000 are non-smokers. In this test, I'm Canadian, this was published in our national newspaper, that's the front page. You can see the title, Cancer Test Could Save Millions. But the subtitle, Best screening tool to come along in decades or ever. Why was this so important? 87% of the stage 1 lung cancer patients were detected. The challenge in oncology is early detection. Imaging tests. I love the imaging tests. I love the liquid biopsies. The problem is, for early stage detection, there's limitations. When the early stage cancer is often small, so it's hard to find whether it's a mammogram or a CT. The up and coming liquid biopsies, if you're dealing with it's like looking for a needle in a haystack. Because if a tumor is really small, you're going to have very little RNA, DNA in the blood. And just as a note, you can see the valuations of a couple of the liquid biopsy companies. Thrive got sold last year, $2 billion, but they had 27% sensitivity. Grail got offered $8 billion, 39% stage 1 sensitivity. So it begs the question, what are we worth? Because we're multiple of that, 80, 85. The competition, well, the problem is low dose CT scans. That's still equivalent of 14 X-rays. So the issue is radiation. Same with mammograms, where X-rays. Prostate, the PSA is very nonspecific. It does not differentiate between a prostate cancer and an enlarged prostate. In my opinion, the best screening test we have right now It's called Cologuard. You see it on TV. The problem, the price is 5 to 6 times our price. So for mass screening, is that going to work? It takes a couple weeks to get your results. And patient compliance. The person who helped me with this slideshow, our IT person, he said he had 2 Cologuard tests sitting there. He just never gets around to doing it because he doesn't want to collect his own stool. So compliance is an issue. 1 in 4 of us will be diagnosed with the cancers that we screen for: lung, colon, breast, prostate, uterine. 1 in 4. Half of all cancer deaths are from these 5 cancers. We need these tests to become part of a routine physical exam. There'd be more reason to go to get a physical exam. Competitive advantages, our accuracy, its safety, etc. We can do it in minutes, don't need any equipment, done right in the doctor's office. But the most important thing is early detection. Because the test kits are very safe, with a few regulations, we can start selling them now. The cost, this is a medical/investment conference. The cost, we have great margins, less than 10%. Market size, it's half the population. Age is the main risk factor for cancer. So anyone over 35 years of age. I can't imagine anyone not wanting these tests. Revenue potential for every 1%, and this is just the US, for every 1% of people screened, it's over $300 million. So this is a potential for an almost unrealistic ROI. Most importantly, you're going to be helping to save lives. In my family, my mother died of cancer in her 50s. My only aunt in her breast cancer in her 40s. My only cousin, breast cancer in the late 30s. If we'd only had these tests, my family and so many of your loved ones would still be with us. So I welcome you to come and meet me in the room, ask questions. Most importantly, this has been done over and over and over, so we know it works. It's all published, peer-reviewed studies. Thank you for your time.